Welcome to the second part of the lesson, Adaptations in Animals, Chapter 3. Please get ready with your books open on page 167. Adaptations for food. Now, till the last class, I was telling you about the different ways in which the animals are adapted to the habitat or their environment. Now, how they are adapted to the food habits. Animals eat different types of food. Animals that eat plants are called herbivores. I think the last semester also you had learned about herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. So this is just a repetition of that. Cow, goats, deer and rodents. Rodents means rats and squirrels are herbivorous animals. The teeth of such animals are suited to cut and chew grass. Elephants and giraffes eat leaves of trees. The trunk of an elephant and the long neck of a giraffe help them reach out to the tall branches of trees. Animals eat different types of food. Animals that eat plants are called herbivores. Cow, goats, deer and rodents are herbivorous animals. The teeth of such animals are suited to cut and chew grass. Elephants and giraffes eat leaves of trees. The trunk of an elephant and the long neck of a giraffe help them reach out to the tall branches of trees. So that's why you see an elephant has a strong trunk to break the branch and giraffe has a long neck to reach the topmost tender leaves of the plants or trees because they are herbivores. Lions and tigers eat the flesh of other animals. They are called carnivores. Most carnivores have sharp teeth and claws which help them tear flesh. The lion and the tiger and even the dog and cat, they all have sharp claws with sharp nails that help them to tear the flesh, and even the teeth, they have sharp tearing teeth. They also have strong legs that help them run fast to catch their prey. The legs of a tiger or a lion, they are very, very strong and they can run at very great speed because they have to catch the prey. Birds such as eagles and vultures are also carnivores. They have sharp beaks and claws to catch and eat their prey. Lions and tigers eat the flesh of other animals. They are called carnivores. Most carnivores have sharp teeth and claws which help them tear flesh. They also have strong legs that help them run fast to catch their prey. Birds such as eagles and vultures are also carnivores. They have sharp beaks and claws to catch and eat their prey. The claws of this vulture and eagle are also very sharp because they need to catch the prey and tear it apart and eat it. Animals that eat both plants and animals are called omnivores. Crows, bears and human beings are omnivores. So crow is a bird that eats everything, right? And bears and we human beings are also omnivores because we eat vegetables, we eat vegetarian food, we eat non-vegetarian food too. So we are classed as omnivores. Adaptations for protection.
Adaptations for protection. All animals are adapted to survive in their natural homes or habitats. Out of the many adaptations of animals, there are a few adaptations that specifically help to protect the animals from changing climatic conditions and predatory animals. Let us learn about some of these adaptations. Animals like turtles, snails and crabs have a hard protective shell covering their bodies. The bodies of these animals are protected by shells. Take a look at this turtle, how it pulls its head and feet inside its protective shell when it senses danger. The predator cannot break open the shell easily and the turtle inside remains safe. Look at these colorful birds. Don't their feathers look beautiful? Well, feathers make birds look pretty and also serve several functions for them. They cover the wings of birds and help them to fly in search of food and to escape from predators. Now, can you spot the owl on this tree? Not easy, isn't it? Feathers also serve to camouflage the birds and avoid them being seen by dangerous animals. Feathers also help birds to keep their bodies warm during the winter months by trapping warm air. Some animals like snakes and fish have scales on their bodies. The scales of snakes help them to trap moisture and protect their skins from drying. The scales of a fish act like a waterproof covering and prevent water from entering its body. As the scales are often hard and tough, they also provide some amount of protection from injuries. Most animals like dogs, tigers, yaks, monkeys and bears that give birth to young ones have fur on their body. The spaces between the strands of fur help to trap warm air and keep the body of the animal warm. Look at how this bear is able to survive even in the snowy winter because of the thick white fur. The layer of fur also protects animals from water and harsh sunlight. So now you know how shells, feathers, scales and fur help animals in different ways.
Many animals have adaptations that protect them from their enemies. Now, some animals, how they have to protect themselves from their enemies, that is also shown here in this topic. Elephants and whales are huge. Their big size scares away other animals. So when the other animals see the big elephant and the whale, they are scared, they move away. Animals such as deer and zebras have strong legs. They run very fast to escape from their enemies. Now the zebra also can run very fast, and the deer also can run very fast when it is chased by a lion or a tiger. Rabbits, hares and rats live inside burrows. This helps them hide from eagles and foxes that feed on them. Now all these rabbits, the hares and rats, they live in holes made inside the ground. So whenever they see an eagle flying high above in the sky, they immediately run and hide themselves in this burrow so that the eagle cannot spot them. Some animals have body color that merges with the surroundings, thus making them difficult to spot. This is known as camouflaging. Zebras, tigers, leopards have stripes or spots on their bodies. This makes it difficult for other animals to spot them. Chameleons change their color to match the surroundings. Now you see zebras have lines on their bodies, stripes. That is why the road, you have the white markings and the black markings, which is called zebra crossing, because it refers to the zebra's stripes. Now this markings on the body of the zebra and tiger and leopard makes it difficult for people to look for it. It is camouflage, that means it looks as though it is one with the surrounding. That is called camouflaging. Same way, the chameleon is one reptile that lives on trees. You will see a chameleon, suddenly it is becoming a greenish color, then it becomes a yellow color. That is, it changes its color because it protects itself from the enemy. When it is green in color and sits on a tree, you will hardly be able to identify that it is a chameleon. After some time, you will find that it has changed to a rusty brown or a brownish color. That resembles the bark of the tree. So it changes its color to protect itself from its enemies. With this, we come to the end of this chapter. Now let's go on to the exercises. Name the habitat and describe one adaptation in each of the following. 1. The polar bear. The polar bear lives in the Arctic region and it has thick fur to protect itself from the cold. The second one is the camel. Camel lives in the hot desert areas and it has a hump in which it can store fat and water, and the feet are padded with so that it can protect itself from the heat of the sun on the sand. Third, monkey lives in the forest And monkeys have long tails which give support when it is swinging from branch to branch, and also they have long strong limbs that help it to swing from tree to tree. The chameleon, as I told you, chameleon is able to change its color. Thus it can protect itself from its enemies. And it lives on tree tops and trees. Next page. Write T for the true statements and F for the false statements. 1. Terrestrial animals have lungs to breathe. True. 2. Whales take in oxygen dissolved in water. No. They come to the surface and they breathe in oxygen directly from the atmosphere. 3. Elephants are carnivorous animals. False. They are herbivores. 4. Deer have strong legs and can run very fast. Is true. Next one, answer the following questions. What are terrestrial animals? Animals that live on land are known as terrestrial animals. 2. What is hibernation? Now some animals go to sleep during the winter season when there is scarcity of food, and this is called as hibernation. 3. List the adaptations of aerial animals, that is the birds. They have hollow bones which are filled with air so that the body is light and they can fly. They have wings and feathers that helps them to fly. They have a streamlined body that is also very helpful when they are in flight. So these are the 3 main characters that helps the aerial animals. 5. Why are adaptations necessary? Now adaptations are necessary for animals so that they can protect themselves from their enemies, one, and then they can also live comfortable in the habitat in which they are placed. So that is why adaptations are very important. Next one, life skills. Rupam's parents travel to their offices by bus every day. On asking why they do not use their car, Rupam's father said that using local transport was good for the environment. It helps save the habitats of many animals, especially those living in the polar regions. Can you find the reason behind this? Yes. Too much usage of vehicles results in air pollution, and this affects the global warming as well. So what Rupam's father said was definitely right. Values for life. Amala, a student of class 4, told her friends that she saw a dinosaur when she visited the zoo during her summer holidays. Is Amala telling the truth? Why? What can you tell Amala? No, Amala is not saying the truth because this group of animals are extinct. They are no more visible on the face of the earth. So what can you tell Amala? You can tell Amala that this group of animals are no more visible on the face of the earth. They are extinct. Only their fossil remains are found in some museums. Next one, Hodge created imaginary animal with the desert region as its habitat. List the adaptations the animal should have to survive in the desert. Now this, you have to make your own animal and imagine that this animal is going to live in the desert. Now the project. Use the internet or reference book to find out grasshoppers are adapted to escape from their enemies. You may ask an adult to help you find the information. Now grasshoppers are green in color. That helps them to hide in the grass. If a crow comes or a frog comes or a lizard comes or a chameleon comes, they cannot spot this grasshopper because it is same like the grass, it is green in color. So this is one adaptation that is found in the grasshopper. Next one, activity. What you have to do is you have to paste a picture of an aquatic animal and write the name, and a picture of a terrestrial animal and write the name. For your homework, please do A, B and C in the notebook and send to the school WhatsApp number. And activity, paste a picture of an aquatic animal and write the name, and paste a picture of a terrestrial animal and write the name. That's all for today. Thank you.